Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a video all about tips and tricks on how to make yourself look better when you're on a Zoom call. Whether it be for classes like lectures, or if you have Zoom meetings and conference calls that you have to take on a day-to-day, there are certain things that you can do to ensure that you are being seen clearly and that you look put together. And I guarantee you, if you follow these tips, every single person on that Zoom call is going to be looking at you like, wow, she looks amazing. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do when you are getting ready to get on a Zoom call, you want to make sure that you have set up your space in a way that is going to have great lighting. And the number one best way to get good lighting is to make sure that you are sitting in front of a window. You don't want to have a window behind you. You don't want to have lights turned on behind you and you're like sitting in front of a wall. You need to have that natural light right across from you, so that way you're able to see you clearly and in the best lighting, where it's not going to make you look too washed out or too yellow. It's just the best lighting, period. But if you want to take it a step further, you could invest in a ring light. And there are so many different options for ring lights, especially these days. You can get them so inexpensive. You can get the little clip-on ring lights that you can clip onto the top of your laptop or your phone or your computer, however you will be attending your meetings. You can get a stand-up ring light and use that. That's actually the one that I use. And what I like to do is I will put my ring light on the yellow setting, so it's yellow lighting. And the reason we do this is because when you have a screen in front of you and you have that blue light coming off of the screen, you want to cancel out that cool tone color so that it doesn't make you look too washed out. And what is opposite of blue on the color wheel? Yellow. So go for a yellow light. That with daylight, guaranteed you are going to be seen so crystal clear. It's perfect. Okay, so now that you have your lighting set up, it's important that you think about the positioning of your camera, phone, computer. You don't want to have your computer below you with the camera coming almost a little bit below, because what's going to happen is you're going to get that view from underneath, and that's not very flattering. You want to get either a stand or stand them up on some books or whatever you got to do. You got to do what you got to do to get those good angles. Angles are everything. You have good angles, you have good lighting, you are going to look great. If you are able to higher your camera up a little bit more, notice how my angle is coming down on me, and there's a very specific reason for that. And that is because when the camera is facing down, it's going to make your head look a little bit bigger and your body a little bit smaller. So if you want to kind of trick the eye to make it look like you're a little bit slim, so set up your camera, your phone, bring it up a little bit higher, or at least directly to eye level. That is going to give you the best angle. So those are the three most important tips before anything else. Oh, hey, notice anything different about my face? I am contouring and highlighting my face. This is also very important in terms of looking your best when you're on a Zoom call. Don't forget this step. So you're just going to cream contour. I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned it in this video, that you want to highlight and contour. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup. Now for eye makeup, you don't have to do anything crazy. Honestly, anything that you do that's like your everyday. So if you're just doing like a very basic glam and you're just throwing on some mascara, then just do that. That's fine. But what is the key to ensuring that you look very put together on camera actually has nothing to do with the eyes. And I'm going to tell you exactly what that is once I get to that step. Okay, So I know that all of us like to go in with a shimmery blush because let's face it, shimmery blush just, it adds like a certain sense of like youth that we're trying so hard to hold on to. I know I am, and I just want to look glowy all the time. But just for the exposure and like anything with shimmer is going to reflect and it's going to kind of wash you out a little bit. So I would suggest going in with a matte bronzer and a matte blush. And if you want to add highlight, just add it on the tops of the cheekbones. I wouldn't really add anything too crazy to the nose, maybe just like a tiny bit, but as soon as it hits that reflection, that exposure is going to be off and it's just going to make you look really bright, and you don't want that. So I would avoid highlighting for your Zoom calls with, highlighting with shimmer. Contour and highlight for dimension, yes, using powder, but I would steer clear of the shimmery highlight. Just adding some blush to my forehead. And now we're gonna go in and we're gonna warm up the face with some bronzer. We're just gonna blend that into the blush. There we go. And do you notice how I just really I went in with my bronzer, like I went pretty heavy handed, and that's because I want the camera on Zoom to pick up that I do have warmth to my face. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to contour my nose so that I bring some dimension and warmth back into the center of my face. Oh baby, those are some big brows. And like I said, when you are doing your makeup for a Zoom call, everything has got to be just a little bit darker and a little bit more dramatic so that it'll show up. So that's where these are coming from. Believe it or not, you guys, I used to wear bigger, bolder, darker brows than these all the time, like everywhere I went, and I thought I was the cutest little thing. Well, not little, let's be honest, I'm 5'7" and like 200 pounds, but I meant like I thought I was cute with big bold brows. And now when I look back on my Instagram, which you guys can check out for yourself if you want, I don't delete any pictures because I feel like it's all part of the journey, and I actually like to look back and see how far I have come. So if you guys want to go make fun of my eyebrows over there, feel free to. They're still up. I'm going to go ahead and do an eye look. I'm going to do my Timeless Glam. If you guys want to see that video, it's I uploaded it, I believe, last week, but I'll put a link in my description box below. I will also link to the ring lights that I mentioned earlier, the clip-on and the stand one, so that you guys have easy access if you guys want to order one. And yeah, let me go ahead and pop some eye makeup on, and then I will be back to show my last two. I still have two more tips that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so I went ahead and finished my eye makeup, and I did the Timeless Glam, which I have a tutorial for on my channel. I'll go ahead and link that video down below if you guys want to see how I achieved this look. I'm wearing different lashes today than I did in that look, and these lashes I discussed in my last video, which are my top 5 favorite drugstore lashes. So if you're interested to see what those are, I'll have a link for that video down below as well. And I went ahead and applied my lip color. So the combo that I went for is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat and Pillow Talk, and the Rimmel London Stay Satin Liquid Lip Color in the shade 130 Yuppie. And the reason why I went with this lip combo is because when you are on Zoom, you don't want to go for a nude. I know a lot of people's instinct is, in order to stay professional, look professional, is to go for a nude lip. But the reason why you don't want to go with a nude is because it's going to look like you have no lips. Zoom will wash out any nudes. So you want to make sure that you have a little bit of a color. You don't have to go full bold, but just like maybe like a corally pink or like a mauvey pink, or even like a nude that has like a pink tinge might be a little bit better in order to show up on Zoom. Another thing that is important is what you're wearing. So big, loud patterns, bright colors are not the best. I would suggest staying in the neutral family for your clothes, staying in things that are simple. And also, I like to wear my hair tight up on Zoom. And the reason why is because it really gives my eyes like a lift. Of course, I am older, so that doesn't really, apply to everybody, but I just feel like it's more flattering, makes my eyes look more open and awake, and that's just how I like to come off on my meetings. So, oh, another thing is too, your background. Make sure that wherever you're set up, there's not a bunch of clutter in your background, or it's a place where it's very easy to pick up before a meeting. And the reason why is because if you're on a one-on-one meeting and that person can only see you and they see like a crap ton of things happening behind you, it's very distracting and it doesn't really portray the best image. So make sure that your space is easy to maintain or is not very lived in so that it stays nice and neat. And also what I like to do is when I'm sitting in front of my window, I will turn off the light in the room so that way it's more dark and dim and the light coming in is just focusing on my face. So that's literally going to be the center of attention, the main attraction, if you will, and you won't really pay attention to what's going on behind me too much. So yeah, those are all my tips on how to look your best on Zoom. I hope that helps. I hope that you guys learned something from this. Let me know what tips you enjoyed the most, which ones you are thinking of applying to your life. I know that Zoom and virtual meetings and classes are the new normal, and so we should embrace it and get used to presenting our best self. Just because we're stuck at home doesn't mean that we want to, you know, be like bumming out all the time. You just want to feel good about yourself and present yourself in a really great professional way. And so I hope these tips help you achieve that. I will have linked all the ring lights that I talked about today down below, as well as those videos that I mentioned if you guys want to go back and watch those. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and like this video. Comment below what you guys want to see next. My next upload will be on Thursday, and I'm so excited to share that with you. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Twitter. Go ahead and check those out. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.